nobody else wants them. That's pretty good for us. They want to stick around.
Nobody else wants them. Okay.
you just have to jump the right distance. But it's all about the toss.
Let me ask you a question. During the game, you hear a lot of yelling going on. Are there codes between you guys on how we're setting it up? Is it like a play calling, like a quarterback?
Well, he'll call what the front row is going to hit. So he'll tell our setter, he'll tell Maxine, hey, like 4B5. So, and then Maxine will let us know.
Just don't give away our secret plays, Gabby.
Did I ask a question?
That's
I should
not
have
a
asked
secret
that.
play.
Well, the secret play is are the Krispy Kreme donuts on Saturday morning.
Oh, you guys get Krispy Kreme?
No?
No, we haven't yet.
But
Yeah.
we're getting Krispy Kreme?
I want to come to that one. There's not a Krispy Kreme.
Never
around?
know when we're going to get a
surprise. Yeah, I
Never know.
That
Right,
makes
now-
two of
now
us.
does Dad
Yeah.
say he can hear now?
Trust me, that makes two of
Because
us.
it's
Never know
going
when
out.
he's going to do
Oh.
it.
I haven't got it.
Could be out of state.
But he tells our setter what we're going to hit. And it's mainly, because when we're at the front row, we can't turn around and look at him. We have to trust that our setter is going to tell us and set us up. And for the majority, we know what we're going to run, unless he's something extreme. He's got an idea.
Now,
Put it in yet.
Well, we always put a fun play in to keep everybody's interest level up,
Yeah.
especially as the season went on. Gets a
I
little
guess we're going to have to
tiring.
wait. He's going to surprise
I'll have
us.
to come
That's
in and
right.
draw up a secret play.
all right. I'll tell you what we're going to do because they
Going in
can
and
hear it
out.
now. They can hear it, okay? And so if they can hear,
Oh,
we're going to play
they
the
can.
Three Amigos.
She said she can hear it now.
No, but all right. And we're going to take a timeout. We'll be right back.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 310,000 participants here in Florida who take part in high school sports.
Hi, my name's Sierra Cooper of Sierra's Integrated Bodywears, located at True Hair Studio in the Rotunda West Plaza of Cape Hayes on the Cape. I'm specialized in licensed massage therapy, advanced AIS stretching and strengthening, amongst other things that are dealing with chronic pain and postural realignment therapy. So stop in and see us. I'm also located in Boca Grande, Florida, and soon to be in Sarasota, Florida.
Pop Sunset Grill in Nokomis has been the choice since the 1940s for the best in waterfront dining. Come to Pop's where your food is cooked over the wood-burning grill. Fantastic seafood in a raw bar, there are soups and salads, and much, much more. When you're at Pop's, ask about their Pop's Perks. It's absolutely free. Located on Circuit Road off of Albee, come out to Pop Sunset Grill. For more information, go to popsunsetgrill.com.
All right, welcome back. And Gabby is just gabbing. And that's, hey, by the way, Gabby, how did you get that? Is that short for Gabrielle, or is it because you were a talker?
Oh, it's short for Gabrielle. Gabrielle's just kind of long to spell, so just went with Gabby. Honestly.
You know, like the high school musical, the Gabriella. She's a singer too.
Not a singer.
Do you
But-
sing in the chorus?
I do not.
We're trying to get her to do the national
Now,
anthem.
do you do any musical things? Or it's pretty much the sports people don't talk to the music people?
Oh, yes, we do.
Yeah, we do. I have friends that play instruments, and I just never really got into it. I just always stuck to sports. Looking back, I kind of wish I did start playing an instrument.
Yeah, if they use the violin, they can whack the volleyball with it. Pete
no.
goes, sign her up.
I'm not really musically talented, so. I did try and sing the national anthem at a travel ball tournament, but I was
Nice.
shut down very quickly, so.
Okay, Coach, put her on the spot.
So, Gabby, how would you, what do you think the big positive of this year's team is so far?
I mean, I honestly think that the fact that we are a young team and everyone's kind of new to it. I think nobody really had a mindset coming into this year. So I think that because, when you play in a team where everyone's expecting so much already, but then you have girls that are coming in and they're ready to learn and they're ready to get started, that's what makes it the best. Is they don't know what to expect, so they're just going to take what they can and they're going to learn, and they want to get better.
You and Sadie are the two seniors on the squad.
Yes.
Do you feel any pressure having that senior leadership role, or do you just go about what you do and hope that the underclassmen pick it up?
Well, I mean, the best way to lead is to lead by example. And for these girls, they really just need to see people that are going to work hard and see what they're going to have to eventually grow into and how the program runs. And Sadie and I we've just gotten to know the girls, and we've just talked to them and gotten closer. And it's honestly it hasn't been as hard to be a leader with this group. It's almost just natural. Like, you're friends with them, on and off the court. We talk all the time and stuff. It's not, at first I was a little nervous. It's a lot of pressure, being a captain when there's only two of you to put it all on. But then it's just kind of natural. Once you start going, it's not that bad. Just got to lead.
The Volleyball Coaches Show. Coach Brian Wheatley is here. Gabrielle Atwell, known as Gabby Atwell. She's a senior on the squad, one of two. And the athletic director of Venice High School, Pete Dombroski. And I see that you spent a little time in our makeup facility out there.
A lot of time. No, this is natural.
Got the tan glow here going on.
That's from the golf course.
Is it?
Oh, yeah.
How's your golfing team?
The golf team?
Yeah. Do you have a golf team?
We do have a golf team, a boys and girls golf team that they just started, and they're doing pretty well. They're young.
Well, you brought up golf, so I was going to. It was a good segue.
Well, no, I hack. I should say I'm a hacker. Okay. I try to play twice a week.
Do you have a question for him? This is the time to put the AD on the spot because it's
he knows better.
Yeah, I think, Pete, Coach Dombrowski, what would you say about this year's different squads? We've won numerous state championships the past few years, a bunch of different sports. What are your predictions this year for the 2019-2020 season?
Ooh.
It's kind of strange. When I first came to Venice in '91, the community really got excited when a team would win a district title.
Yep.
Maybe a runner-up or a district, got really excited. And then I think it was 98, we won the state championship for volleyball, and that started setting the table. It's an expectation, just not only for our fans, but I think our players go into that weight room and go into the practices thinking they're going to win a state championship, and you have to take it from us.
Winning breeds winning, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's contagious. It is, but you guys don't say our coach. It's consistency. Brian's been here since Fred Flintstone went. So you have the same coaches in football, baseball.
See the water out back here. That's where he docked the ark.
Yeah, he did. But
I wonder who the president was when Coach Dombrowski started.
But we have consistency in our programs that breed winning, because you're not going back to if you change a coach every 2 years, it's going to set that program back. And with these guys staying, their assistants stay. If one does leave, an assistant, we keep them within house. They move on to become a head coach. So I think that's part of it, the consistency and how close those all the coaches are together. They talk to each other.
The people in the community, Coach, they have really rallied around not only the volleyball team but the other teams over at Venice.
Sure.
And you walk into the teepee or the field house or whatever you want, the gymnasium. But you named it the teepee, and you see all those sponsor banners on the wall. That's an indication that this community is behind what is happening.
Huge. Our Venice community is a great place to live, and it's even a better place to work at a high school in a community like this, because everybody wants to support it. They want to come to the games, and I love it for our players, because they get to run out on that court night after night, and and that gym is packed, and that's just exciting, and I think that makes us play harder. And when we go on the road, we usually have more fans than the home team. So we're starting to get this little kind of groupie gathering around Venice who are just kind of following us around, and it's really a great community, and it's fun. It's why kids want to come and play volleyball Venice.
You and I both noticed it even in preseason, the student section, how they were standing the whole game. This was preseason.
Yeah. Well, that was, they're excited too to get this year going, and they've really come along the last few years as well. So
yeah. And Pete, you've got to be excited when you see the kids in the stands just standing up and just going nuts. And we got it on.
Sometimes it's
the Wheatley Wackos.
Yeah, I know. And sometimes it turns into a work in progress.
Yeah, listen, we're playing in the state championship 2 years ago up in Jacksonville, and all of a sudden I look over, and our kids. They're acting like a baby's being born, and the kid comes flying out, and he starts cheering. They just do funny cheers over there. And last year we had 2 kids get on a table and have an ESPN sign and act like, ESPN was in the house, and so they do a lot of funny stuff. So that
have a
keeps
good time.
Yeah, it's good.
They enjoy it. They really get into the game. They're closer to the action than they are with football or baseball, so they really, really enjoy it.
Yeah, and they are right up there into the mix.
Yeah.
And Gabby, you're on the court, and these students are right there. Now that's if you're on that particular end of the court. What does that do for you? Because you know these kids, you go to school with them.
Yeah, I mean, you would think it'd be like really terrifying and, it'd get all in your head. But, I mean, you just got to play through it because no matter where you go, I mean, we've gone on the road and we've gone to schools where they have student sections even bigger than ours. So,
really?
I mean, it really prepares us. Like when we go to like Cardinal Mooney, they got a crazy student section too, but.
Well, they have a small gym, so it acts like it's a big crowd, but really it's not.
So, but I mean, you gotta play through it, and they're really cheering more for us. They're not really saying negative or anything to get in our heads. They're trying to get in their heads, and they know that.
We have what's called Venice points. We know usually when we start a game, we're up 3-0, 4-0 because the other team has just kind of gotten over the lights.
It's the
gone
TP
out
advantage.
The gym and TP advantage. So it's called home court advantage, and we try to take advantage of that.
Yeah.
Oh, and they like to get to know the other team before we play them. They like to get to know the girls' names. They have boyfriends.
They know their boyfriends.
They know what they talk to anyone at our school.
They know what they ate for breakfast that morning.
Oh yeah,
so.
they do their research and.
So this is like Facebook, Instagram on steroids?
Oh yeah, they'll figure it out. Anything they got out there, they know.
Yeah, I didn't mention Twitter because I would have lost Pete.
I'm still trying to figure out the Twitter and the YouTube. YouTube.
Yeah.
Is that what? No, you're lying.
Before we started, Pete goes, "Is this on YouTube's?"
Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure out Facebook.
Pete, there was a gal here tonight.
We may not want to go any farther.
Who said, because I mentioned you were coming, she goes, I had him as my softball coach.
Yeah, I coach softball.
And I go, did you win? She goes, absolutely.
Despite my coaching.
But people and coach, well, you made an influence on her.
Well, that's what you should do as a coach. You want to, we always try to produce good people who are going to go out into our community and do good things. That's the number one thing before a state championship or anything. You want to produce good citizens who are going to go out into your community and do the right thing. And I think we are doing that as an athletic department and as a school as a whole. You're very proud of the students and the student athletes who leave the school and leave a mark.
Coach, we talked a little bit about this last week. It's more than just coaching a game. You're coaching character as well.
Yeah, we take a lot of pride in that. We actually went to the movies last night as a team and just saw a great movie and kind of put a lot of things in perspective from what we're trying to do. And the movie was about a girl winning a state championship in cross country, but really it was more than that. It was the big picture. It's the coach, they kept saying, "Who are you? Who are you?" And by the end of the movie, the girl that won the state championship had figured out who she was, and so that's really the most important thing to me. Is it's not about the wins and losses or the championships. It's really building relationships with these kids and helping them grow and helping them just try to see the potential they have, because they have the whole world in front of them, and they can go out and be president if they want one day. So pretty cool stuff.
Gabby, when Coach kind of preaches the character things, and it might be even subliminal. I mean, he might not just say this is a character point 101 or whatever. You take those things to heart, don't you?
I very much do. I when I started playing for Venice volleyball, I had friends in the program, and eventually my friends quit playing volleyball, and just being able to make it through and play 4 years, I've learned so much through the coaches, and with Coach Lanham, I've gotten to know Coach Lanham really well, Coach Wheatley, and Coach Durham, and I've known Coach Velez since I grew up. And, whenever I've had a struggle or I've had a problem, I've always been able to, talk to them. And, they're going to give me the best advice that's going to lead me to the right decision or what I need to do. And I've always had people to go to. And they've always just, directed me in the right direction. And you don't really get that everywhere. You don't get that in every program. Sometimes you get a coach. You don't get a coach and a person. And, I have that all at Venice. So.
Coach, when I was doing music in school, the kids would look to you and ask you a question, and they are looking for what just Gabby just said. They are looking for that person, not just a coach. And you actually are spending more time with these kids in a daytime at the school than sometimes the parents are at home.
Yeah, and I think, we only get one life to live, so I think it's important to take advantage of that. And, we're not all going to have great days, and we encourage them to talk to us before practice to let us know what's going on in their lives, because if they don't communicate with us, then we expect that they're having a great day. But sometimes there's things going on at home, or there's relationship issues, or they're struggling in school, and so we really want them to communicate with us, so we're able to help them out in those areas.
Pete, we're going to get your take on that, but we're going to take a quick time out. This is the Volleyball Coaches Show featuring the coach, Coach Wheatley, and today we have Gabby Atwell and Athletic Director Pete Dombroski. We'll be right back.
Pop Sunset Grill in Nokomis has been the choice since the 1940s for the best in waterfront dining. Come to Pop's, where your food is cooked over the wood-burning grill. Fantastic seafood in a raw bar, there are soups and salads, and much, much more. When you're at Pop's, ask about their Pop's Perks. It's absolutely free. Located on Circuit Road off of Albee, come out to Pop Sunset Grill. For more information, go to popsunsetgrill.com.
Hi, my name is Sierra Cooper of Sierra's Integrated Body Wears, located at True Hair Studio in the Rotunda West Plaza of Cape Hayes on the Cape. I'm specialized in licensed massage therapy, advanced AIS stretching and strengthening, amongst other things that are dealing with chronic pain and postural realignment therapy. So stop in and see us. I'm also located in Boca Grande, Florida, and soon to be in Sarasota, Florida.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 310,000 participants here in Florida who take part in high school sports.
Glad to have you with us. This is the Volleyball Coaches Show with Coach Brian Wheatley, and with us as well, we have Gabby Atwell, senior on the squad, and we also have many people here in the, by the way, we're at Pop Sunset Grill. Big shout out to Pops.
Right here.
And,
Kristen Farrell, yeah. She's got this thing all set up right here.
Go ahead, grab a microphone.
Hey,
Let's get her on camera here.
Good to see you.
We got the proverbial hug. And go ahead and grab a microphone.
Yes, grab a
Oh, no, you're on
microphone.
camera, so now you have to
Joe
talk.
may be listening too. I just talked to him.
All right, you have to bend down just a little bit because we got to get you on camera here. Thank you so much for hosting us.
Do that. All right. Hey. What's
Well,
up?
because you guys are so well, now you have to
my
scoot
pleasure.
over closer to Gabby.
This way. All right.
There you go, perfect.
This lady has helped Pops explode with the new stuff that's going on over there. Why don't you tell them about that so we can get some?
I feel like you're coaching me.
Oh, I mean, this place is
No, this is your
unbelievable.
commercial.
Oh, it's my commercial. Oh, I don't know. It kind of sells itself. If you like the water, you
Sure.
like to have yummy food and watch dolphins and drink beer and whatever. It's kind of nice. Even not drink beer, like root beer is good too. But yeah, we have fun. It's nice to go someplace, like work someplace where you like to go. So
A lot of live bands here on the weekends.
Yeah, live music. No, actually every night.
Every night.
Yeah, tonight
Wow.
at 6 o'clock. Well, I don't even know
They
what
got
time
the
it is.
Dixie
Yeah.
chicks over there. Actually, the
Yeah,
Lazy Daisies.
Daisies. Yeah, they're
I call
over
them the
there right
Dixie
now.
chicks.
Can you say that? Daisy, right, yes. Mhm.
Well, yeah, we won't go there. But anyways, though, thank you so much for hosting us. This is really a lot of
Thanks for
fun,
being here. We
and
love
it's
Venice
around the
High. We
world.
love volleyball. We just, we can't tell you how much
They are
we
big supportors of our programs. and we
It's
really
on
well,
YouTube
and
going
I'm
around
gonna
the
have a
world
little
there.
shout out because I was senior at Venice High too.
Do you know who this guy is over here?
Yeah.
Everybody
No,
knows him.
Not yet. No, not yet. I hopefully will soon.
Pete, did you want to say something to?
I'll tell you what a great restaurant, relaxation. If you have a bad day at work, you come sit at that tiki bar and you forget you were at work. It's
Isn't that a
awesome.
great extension?
It's great over there.
Hey, you want a job here?
I did my
Yes, he
bartending days
does.
going through college. I
Does that out
bartended.
loud?
Yeah,
It's not
yeah.
an easy job bartending. I did it.
Oh,
it's,
it is.
It's
tough.
tough.
It's
and I
tough.
see these guys do a great job here. They run around.
Oh God,
And it's
we have
but
the
it's
best
relaxing
people.
here. I
We have
enjoy
the best
sitting out
people here.
at the tiki bar and having a Coke.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. We have a good time. We have a good time. All right. I'm going away now.
Got it.
All right, Coach. All right, this week now you've got 2 games. You got one tomorrow. We're
Yep.
going up to Lakewood Ranch to play the Mustangs.
Yes.
And we're going to be there. We're going to live stream it back to the fans.
Oh, awesome. Awesome.
So we'll be up there in the top. And
So anybody in the country can watch our game tomorrow night.
including Pete.
Wow.
And
Well, Pete
it's
will
on
probably
you.
be
We
up
have a
there.
delay at Venice High. It's more exciting to be at the game.
Oh, absolutely.
And the general admission $5. Where can
This
you
is an
can't
away
even go?
game, though.
I know, but they need to come to our games when you're
Oh, they're-
stream
yeah.
live. $5 to get in.
Every one of our tweets we mentioned, go to the teepee.
That's the greatest place in the world to watch volleyball is the teepee.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. There's nothing like being there.
No, it's exciting.
But
Did
what we're
you
doing,
know
we're
that
cre-
in
Go
2009,
ahead.
PrepVolleyball.com named Venice High School one of the top 5 places in America to watch a high school volleyball game?
I believe it.
That's the truth. Yeah.
The thing is that they can be in the stands and they can be watching it on their
That's
phones
right.
and they're
There you
saying,
go.
"That's me."
And
Yeah.
they can listen to the play-by-play. A
Absolutely.
lot of guys do it at the baseball games.
And
Major
then
League
they
Baseball.
tweet grandma and grandpa that are up in Michigan and their friend Rolf who's in Germany.
Well, Sloppy Joe's, they have the camera going around in there that people can see so they can look for them in the stands.
That's right.
And we're going to be getting some of this great food. Okay, Lakewood
Yeah,
Ranch. What are you
so-
going to do for Lakewood Ranch?
Yeah, should be I think it's going to be a great match. They always give us a fight. Their coach, Perry Hankins, is a former Division I coach, came from University of South Florida, so she knows her stuff, and they're always very well prepared. They always give us a fight. Their team this year is very defensively minded. Not an overly tall team, but they're not going to let the ball hit the floor. They're going to continue to keep it up, but they're going to make us terminate the ball. And if we go in there with the right mindset of ball control and putting the ball down on the floor, we should do a great job. But if we go in there, thinking we're just going to roll through these guys, then it's going to be quite a match.
You know, you mentioned not a lot of height on their defense. My dad was only 5'5".
Yeah.
And he says, he kept saying, Guy, it's not how tall you are, it's what's inside that counts. It's what you're made of. And then you look at Ireland over there, and she's not what you call your 6'2" spiker, but I'm telling you, she's not only a lot of heart, but, boy, she gives it everything.
She is a competitor, and So that's what kind of, to be a defensive player, you got to have a lot of heart, and you got to have a lot of grit. And we, it's like, we like when our kids we call them getting dirty, pigs, not that they're pigs, but we like pigs get in the mud and they get dirty, and that's what a defender does. They get dirty. So we're trying to build that championship mindset, because defense wins championships.
It was just kind of funny because Gabby's over there laughing when you mentioned the big comment about getting dirty and getting into the mud, but defense can be just as much fun. I mean, we had some great rallies in some of these games. You have to keep that focus going through those rallies.
Oh, definitely. I mean, when you play teams, you got to play defense if you want to keep the ball going. You can't let the ball hit the ground. And we've been working on having, the big thing over summer was grit and, just doing anything to get the ball, get it up. And, it's all a mindset, whether you're going to get the ball or not. So you just have to have a defensive mindset. When you go in the back row, it can be a little intimidating, but, we have a very solid group of DSs, the defensive specialists, and you always know that you have someone right next to you that's going to be there, and you can trust them, You don't want to play back row next to someone that you can't trust, whether are they going to get the ball if it goes to their side, or do I need it? But we don't really have that problem.
All right, you're playing Lakewood Ranch tomorrow. Don't give away any secrets that the coach has given you, but what are you looking for to take with you tomorrow night?
Well, definitely tomorrow night we need to go in and we need to get it done. We've been working a lot on the first ball kill, and transitioning really strong will really help us tomorrow, because when we get an up on defense, it's so quick, and you got to get off the net and you got to get a good approach. And when our hitters transition off the net, our middles especially, they're going to put that ball down. And it's very difficult to defend, even for a really good defensive team, when we're transitioning and we're giving it everything and we're swinging.
What's the key? You've got 3 and 3, you got your 6. What's the key so that they don't drop it right in the center? Because I called a game a couple of weeks ago, and it just seems like that was always the weak spot. It was like a gap right in the middle, and they were all on the outside watching it fall.
Yeah, I mean, there's some shots in the middle that are kind of, we have your base where, you're going to pick up the setter dumps, and when you have a hitter that rolls the ball or tips the ball, it's tough sometimes because you're expecting a hit, but you gotta just try to get it up. And we've been working a lot on, being down and low on defense. You can move for that ball. The past, like today, we worked a lot on getting back to our base, and we've been working really hard on that, just to be ready at all times.
All right, Coach has now finished a couple of his bites of the. Hey, how is this?
Clam chowder, very, very good.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
Awesome.
I'm a big clam chowder
guy. You've heard.
When I go to Mexican restaurants, I always have a bean burrito, and I can tell what kind of restaurant that is right from the bean burrito. And when I go to like a seafood place, I always order clam chowder, and every time I come here, I do get the clam chowder because it's very, very good.
Okay, you heard what Gabby was talking about Lakewood Ranch. We're going to get to the next Thursday game here in a minute, but what she is saying rings true to you, doesn't it?
For sure. Defensively, there's always a spot on the court that's open, so no matter what. So you got to figure out your best strategy to cover the other spots, and as the other team makes adjustments, you have to make adjustments. And I think that's a big thing in high school athletics, is it's about making adjustments, and can your team adapt to those adjustments on the fly, because timeouts, we only have 30 seconds, so we've got to be able to communicate. They've got to be able to absorb what we're saying and then actually go out and do it. And so as the season goes on, we're going to get better and better in that. But some coaches make really good, they make awesome adjustments, and it's like a chess game. And then there's other coaches that, some really don't even know what they're doing very well. So
yes.
we're going to out-talent them, and we know we're probably going to cruise. But, you always come across those teams that are very well coached, like tomorrow night, and they're going to make adjustments. So we got to be ready to counteract.
Yeah, I'm going to ask Pete a question here. Pete, when you were coaching,
that was a long time ago.
Yeah. Did you like offense or defense?
Offense.
Because you just wanted to get the points.
Yeah.
Or the runs
I
in
like
softball.
Offense. Baseball, you got to do both. But You know, in football it was always offense. Enjoyed the offense.
Really?
Yeah.
Because they say defense wins championships.
I don't believe
offense.
that. You know what? As long as you win, if it's 45, 42, I don't care. We won. It's the bottom line is you put more points on the scoreboard than the other team. So I was never like that. I thought anybody could tackle a guy.
Well, offense kind of lights it up. People get the cheer because they, whether it's a football game, they get the touchdown and they're just going
Americans,
nuts.
that's why soccer is really not caught on as an American. Americans love scoring. That's why the designated hitter in baseball. That's why the rules in the NFL have changed, so it's more of an opportunity for the NFL, for the offensive team to score. So I think that's just how we were raised. People love the home runs.
And with soccer, it seems like you go for 30 minutes or 40 minutes and there's nothing.
But it's a strategic game. It's almost like chess. So I think you have to really set things up in soccer, and it's not an offensive game. It's more of defensive, and that's why Europeans love the defensive side, and they like that. But I've always liked the offense.
Coach, defense, when they have these rallies, do you preach mindset? In other words, you have to stay focused mentally, because on those long rallies, if you even lose your focus for a little bit, you've already lost.
Yeah, so it's about intensity.
I'm going to move this up just a little bit. There you go.
It's about intensity, and the teams that can continue to keep that high intensity for the longer rally